Good morning everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercraft 67. How is everyone today? It's a very bleak and rainy day here in Brisbane, so cold, so what better way to spend a cold rainy day than to be crafting. So I've been creating these little ephemera pieces, or they're not little, these ephemera pieces lately on the Graphics Fairy. I have found a beautiful collection of these gorgeous vintage ladies, and I have been using them, some of them, for my junk journal covers, the focal piece on my cover. So yeah, they're just gorgeous images, and I've just used layered them up with some laces, crocheted doily laces, and some fussy cut flowers. Hand stamping, and I've done some collage around the frames. So I thought I want to make one more, so I just thought I would jump on and yeah, create one with you and show you my process. So I went to Kmart some time ago and I found they had a pack in their stationery crafting section. They had these wallet type photo frame or photo wallets. Where is the opening to that? There it is there. And you would obviously slip your photo or something into this section, and so that's exactly what I've done. So I have, with these other two, I have coffee stained them, but this one that we're going to do today, I've just left it white because you really don't see the white anyway because we're collaging all around this frame area. So with this piece of, with this item, what I have done to create these cover toppers, I've just ripped off this back flap. So I have now been left with this, just this piece like that. And that comes in handy for your backgrounds. I coffee stain a lot of these and make tags from them, so that won't go to waste. Okay, so this is my image for today. This little lady, little gypsy lady, beautiful. And the idea of it is just to slip that in there, and then that is your focal piece. But before I attach her inside, I'm just going to collage around the frame. So I've just pulled from my stash just some bits and pieces of text and wallpaper, printables and things like that. I've got my trusty glue book. Alright, so basically I just want to cover this section here with some collage. And yeah, it's as simple as that. I love collage, it relaxes me. And I don't know, I always seem to feel that no matter what you do with collage, it always turns out. So yeah, I'm just going to stick down some paper onto this frame and we'll see what the end result is. And you can go as elaborate or as plain as you like. It's completely up to you. Sometimes I'll overlap pieces because, you know, I want a little bit of a, like this one here, I want this little bit of a floral image to poke through there, so I'm just going to overlap that one onto there. I hope I'm in frame. I hope. I love this. I found this on the Graphics Fairy. I've been looking on the Graphics Fairy a lot lately. Yeah, they have some lovely stock photos and yeah, rose images, beautiful stuff. So I'm just going to pop that one along there, like that. So if you're looking for, even for inspiration, if you're looking for inspiration, have a look on the Graphics Fairy because there's some gorgeous stuff on there. If it overlaps a little, it doesn't matter because we will come back and trim off the edges. But I kind of find this inside part, if you can kind of keep that as straight along the line as you can, then that's good because it's hard to cut out from that section there. We got a strip of text here. just trim that one down a bit like so. I'm just going to put that one in there. So I hope everyone has been well. Sorry, I get lost in my crafting sometimes and I forget to talk. So yeah. This is gorgeous. Well, this is the same as this, but this is the floral piece to it. So what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to tear it here, and I'm going to tear it down here. I just want, I might do that. Like I said, with collage, I don't see that there's a right or a wrong way. I just think whatever. It is what it is, I think, collage. I know some people get a bit stressed about collage, but no, I very much enjoy the process. I want to put something along the bottom here. This is an actual photocopy of my family's. Oh, well, I don't even know what they are for. It's like when they came. My origins are from Germany, so as they've come into Australia, this is like a ledger page on their arrivals and how much money they had and their names and then family. So this is actually my family tree, I guess you may as well say. So yeah, there's some really, just the writing is beautiful on that. So I just want to pop a little bit of text along this bottom piece here. Oops, that wasn't very successful, was it? There we go. So put that along there like that. And making sure I've got it up the right way. Just like that. And then we've got that top row to go. What can we put up there? That's quite pretty. It's a bit of scrapbooking paper. And I just like with collage, anything goes. You know, you can do all sorts of. Collage is actually, like, to me, it can be a mixed media project where you can use all sorts of different mediums to create your collage. Over, and I don't know, sometimes it can look a bit messy, but at the end of the day it all seems to come together. Now this is quite blank up here, so I just want to add something. I want to put some tissue down on it because that just mutes the tones and makes it look really pretty. There's our lady, so I better keep her out. We might put a little bit more of this text along there maybe. Just a little bit like that. And sometimes I have done it in the past where each individual little piece you can go along and you can ink it before you lay it down. But yeah, just for quick little projects, it's I do still ink around the edges of my finished product, but yeah, just for these frames I've decided not to ink each individual piece of paper that I've put down. Just putting a bit of tissue there, it kind of just mutes the images a little bit. It's pretty. I'm going to put a little bit more over on this side as well. I forgot to check the time. I know that this camera will only record for 30 minutes, so let's hope this is shorter than 30 minutes. Alright, and then I just want something here, maybe just a little bit more of this doily wallpaper, actually, wallpaper image here. I'm just going to pop that. I've got gluey fingers, so everything is sticking. just put that one across there like that. Alright, now to me, I'm really happy with that as my base. So, okay, so that's as simple as that is, just, yeah, collaging around the frame. Now, like I said, when this is folded down, I'm just going to let them dry for a minute, but when this is folded down, I'll just trim along the edges to make them nice and neat. But I want to do a little bit of hand stamping on this as well. So, if I can just find my stamps, where did I put them? Oh, sorry, I should have been a little bit more organised. So I bought this one, Darkroom Door Rubber Stamps, and I just really love this text here. It's like, again, some sort of ledger calculation, let's say. So yeah, I'm just going to use that for my stamping because I just love this. That it's really fine. The numbers really fine on it, and they just look really nice. So we've got skinny little areas, so I'm just going to use like half the stamp, pop it down there like that, and I'll go again a little bit more over here. And I don't mind if it gets on the back here because I will cover that over with something for the base when I'm finished. Like this one here, I just used a piece of cardstock on the back so that when you want to attach it to your journal cover or an insert into your journal, it's nice and flat on the back. So there you go, that's my hand stamping. There is room for a little bit more, but ease of time, we'll just leave it at that at this moment. So I'll pop my stamps back away. And there. Alright, so now I want to trim around the edge. This here, like I said, it's a little bit, you can just fold those down. Right, now I just want to trim around the edges, just to make it nice and neat along those edges. So, like that. And this piece here needs a bit more glue. So lift it up. And I find glue stick works well with collage. If you're using just printer paper pages, glue stick works perfectly. Just a little bit up there. Alright, so that, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks lovely. So now it's time for us to attach our photograph. Now my suggestion is when you are, these photographs are printed out of 6x4. So when I am getting it ready to insert, I'll always just leave a little bit of a border around the photograph so that I've got something for it to stick to. Otherwise, if you 6x4 on these seem to be just the right size. So that's what we're going to end up with. So basically I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to turn this over, and again with my glue stick I am just going to glue around the edges of this frame piece here. Put her back in where she's supposed to be, and basically just close that up on itself, just making sure there's no white lines and it's all good. And there you go, that is that. Simple, easy, quick, and it's just really pretty. Burnish that a bit to make sure that the glue is... So now what I would do is, with these, I've now gone along, once the glue has dried, and I've sewn around this edge here, and then I've sewn doubly around that section. But before you do that, if you want to include your laces, now would be the time to put your laces in. So I've just got a bit of a collection of bits and pieces here. What do we got? And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up, and I'm just basically going to lay This is crochet doily. So I'm just going to lay some of that in there and a bit of an overlap like that, and then close it up, and I like that. So I'm going to just cut them off. Cut that off like so. And now I'm going to use fabric glue. I'm going to use my fabric glue just to stick this down. It doesn't have to be perfect because the card is going to close around it, so you won't actually see it, but I just like it to be in place before I go to sew. So I put that one there, oops, and another little bead along the top like that, and then that piece is going to go there. Oh, glue everywhere again, and then that will close up, and there, that is our little edge. Just like this one here. This one here I've added some extra lace around the side, and these pretty little fussy cut flowers. I bought a book from Sue. Where is it? Let me show you. I bought this book from Sue. It is hang on, where's the cover piece? Here we go. A Minte Papers. This is a flora book, and it's fussy cutting book. There's all these gorgeous, there's four or five I think it is. 5 different designs, I think you get 4 of each. And I use them all the time, especially for these vintage ladies, because these, where are they now, where are they? This lot here, the Shabby Chic Pastel, and the next one, I've used that one too. Geez, I'm needing to get another book. And this one here, the Vintage Muted, I use them a lot in these kind of images. But that's my process. I do fussy cutting and then I frame that area. But if you wanted to leave that just blank like that, that's quite pretty too. So these are my fussy cuts. So what, I'm not going to do it permanently because I do want to sew around this first. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to ink this inside edge before I put her down, but that's okay. So then I would just pick a random, you know, just an assortment of pretty florals and work out which way is up or down. And I'm just sort of going to, yeah, just place them in places, that kind of thing, just to create some more interest, give it and to give it kind of like some depth, some 3D effects, because I'm building these up. I don't know, there's probably a technical name for that, but I'm not really sure what it is. Yeah, just to gather some interest. Like I said, you can add some more lace around, or cheesecloth would be pretty in there, or fibres would be lovely in there, but that's the kind of end result that I'm looking for. And so there you go, and then once it's all sewn together it becomes nice and sturdy. The flowers are really pretty and they're nice and strong, and there's layers and layers of them. Like in this one, I've done it again, there's layers and layers of flowers in amongst the laces and things. So yeah, just another little idea of how to turn this item, a plain white envelope, or not envelope, photograph wallet, I guess it is, into something like that. Really, really pretty and easy to do. So I hope that has been helpful to someone that might be interested in doing this kind of thing. These I have made some and put them in the shop in the Etsy store, but they have sold. So this one will be going into the Etsy store later today. This one will be going into the Etsy store probably tomorrow once I've finished inking and sewing and sticking all my flowers down. Of course, I'll distress ink everything as well. But yeah, just a lovely idea, something different to do with these vintage photographs, and it's using up some of my stash, which has been wonderful because I've got a box full of bits and pieces. And yeah, I think they're beautiful. So give it a go. Thank you so much for watching me. Don't forget, if you want these images, they're all on the Graphics Fairy. Yeah, just I searched old photographs and these came up. So, and this is only a few. There's many more on there. So beautiful. Yeah. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. Take care and be kind to one another. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye bye.